Do you ever catch yourself wondering, why is it that I keep falling into the same patterns? Like you try to change, you really try, but somehow you're still stuck with the same habits, the same thoughts, and the same feelings. It's like you're living on repeat. And here's the wild part. What if I told you that 95% of who you think you are isn't really you? It's just a program on autopilot, running in the background every single day, and you don't even realize it. Welcome to Making Mindset Matter. I'm Shak, and this space is all about helping you break those mental loops, rewire how you think, and take back control. So you're not just reacting to life, you're actually creating it. Today, I want to get into something deep, and that is the psychology of habits, trauma, and real transformation. Because once you start to see the program, you can finally start to change it. So let's talk about habits, and let's keep it real. A habit isn't just something you do, it's deeper than that. It's a set of automatic thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that you've done so many times. Your body now does them way better than what your mind does. Like, think about your morning. Most people wake up, instantly start thinking about their problems. The same stuff from yesterday, the same people, the same situations, and the same feelings. And because the brain is basically a record of the past, the moment you go back to those thoughts, you're no longer in the present anymore. You've already started to live in the past. And here's the thing, every one of those memories, they've got an emotion tied to it. And emotions, they're just the echo of a past experience. So you start to think about that argument, or that regret, or that fear, and boom, you start feeling it again. The sadness, the stress, the anger. Now your thoughts and your feelings, they sync, and they're creating who you are in that moment. And that's how most people, they start their day. So what is it that actually leads to? It's a loop. You think like you used to, you feel like you used to, and so you act like you always have. The familiar past becomes a predictable future. You want to change, but if you can't think beyond how you feel, you're stuck. And that cycle continues. You wake up, you scroll through WhatsApp, Instagram, emails, react to some news, get annoyed, get distracted, and then that becomes your usual routine. Same bed, same coffee, same drive, same people, same feelings, day in and day out. And before you know it, you're not living, you're running a script. No one's forcing it on you, you just become conditioned to that. And here's an interesting fact. By the time most people hit 35, they're 95% programmed. Their reaction, their thoughts, their emotional responses, their habits, all are just memorized routines playing out automatically on a day-by-day basis. So yeah, you might say, I want to be happy, I want to change, but your body, it's still running that old software. So how is it that we can break out of this routine, break out of this conditioning? You've got to get past the overthinking part of your brain, also known as the analytical mind. That's where something like meditation comes in and really helps, because it enables you to slow your brain waves down. You access that deeper space, the subconscious, and that's where the real work happens. So that's where you can start rewriting the code. But most people, they wait. They wait for life to really shake them up. A loss, a heartbreak, a diagnosis, a breakdown. Then they're like, all right, now I need to change. But my question is, why wait for pain? Why not grow from a place of vision, joy, and inspiration? You don't need to hit rock bottom to rise. You don't need to wait. Let's think about a trauma for a second. The more intense the emotion, the more your brain zooms in and takes a snapshot. And boom, that moment becomes a memory. And if you keep thinking about it, you're not just remembering it, you are reliving it. The same thoughts, same feelings, same chemicals. You're literally firing the same brain circuits over and over again. And that emotional state, it sticks. It turns into a mood, which turns into temperament, and finally a personality trait. And next thing you know it, you're saying, I'm just like this because of what happened back then. But the truth is, biologically, you haven't moved past it. And I know this might sound strange, but we get addicted to certain emotions. We get addicted to stress. We get addicted to guilt, shame, because those feelings, they're familiar, and the body loves the familiar, even if it's painful. So when it's time to let go, the body starts to fight back, because to the body, the unknown feels unsafe. So how is it that we flip the script? We need to start rehearsing the future. Picture your ideal self, living your ideal day, and feeling how you really want to feel. And if you do this with intention, not just wishful thinking, your brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. You start building the neural circuits for the life you want. So now your brain isn't a record of the past. It's actually a map for your future. And here's the real magic. You don't have to wait for things to get better before you actually feel better. Don't wait for success to feel confident. Don't wait for love to feel worthy. And don't wait for healing to feel whole. That's the old way of thinking. The new way, feel it now and let those feelings shape what comes next. So when you sit in stillness and start to meditate, you're actually telling your body, hey, I'm the boss now. I'm running the show. Every time you choose not to react, not to check your phone, not to fall into the same emotion, you're training your body to follow your lead. And when it finally surrenders, that's freedom. So here's what I'm going to leave you with. Most people wait for life to give them the green light. But you don't need that permission. You just need intention. Your thoughts, they are the blueprint. Your emotions, they are the energy. And your actions, they build the reality. So stop waiting. Don't hope for change. Be that change. Your past may have written your script, but your future, that's now yours to write. This is Making Mindset Matter. And if today's episode lit a fire in you, please don't let it burn out. Do something with it, rewire the program, take back your power, and remember, the best way to predict your future is to create it. Thank you.